Hello again. The damn thing turned off on me. That's a pisser. Anyway, I'm back. Apple cider vinegar. I was talking about apple cider vinegar. I'm going to hurry now because the thing will turn off on me again. Can you tell I don't make videos? I don't know how to do this. Anyway, apple cider vinegar vinaigrette is apple cider vinegar, olive oil, Dijon mustard, whisk that up, put it on your meat, moisten up the meat because you need moist meat when you're eating real food post lap band. Huh. Okay, I was talking next about reduced sugar tomato ketchup. Ketchup has a crap load of sugar in it, and this has 1 gram of sugar per tablespoon. So, again, some people can't live without ketchup. It's not my favorite, but I do think that this might be a key ingredient to making a sugar-free barbecue sauce. Does anybody know if there is already made sugar-free barbecue sauce? Walmart doesn't carry one. I looked everywhere. So anyway, there's that. Sweet things. I like sweet things. So Smucker's makes a sugar-free caramel syrup. It's sweetened with Splenda. And the amount of sugar in this is, it's got sugar alcohols in it, which I need to do a little research about that. I've heard that that can cause you to have some Trotskys, some diarrhea after you eat them. But this has 0 sugars in it. And, I don't know, at some point I get to go on crackers and toast. I'm kind of picturing myself with some sugar-free caramel on the toast, maybe. Sugar-free seedless blackberry jam by Smucker's. Smucker's. Thank you, Smucker's, for thinking of us, people that cannot eat sugar. The protein count, of course, in these things is nil. There's none. But, again, no sugar. So this might be something, that you could use in a marinade on meat. Again, I like sweet things. I need to try to find ways to supplement that in my life. And so again, then the next thing is, this is, I think, Walmart brand, World Table Roasted Salsa Verde. It has, again, no protein, but the total carbs are 2 grams, and the sugar content is 1 gram per 2 tablespoons. I'm just trying to think of sauces and ways to marinate or bring some variety to a life that is filled with meat, cheeses, and eggs, So that's something to look for, again, at Walmart. I really have taken a liking to Indian food lately, and coconut milk is a big part of creating Indian food. This is Imperial Dragon brand coconut milk, but they make others. There's nothing special about this coconut milk. It does have 1 gram of protein in 1/3 of a cup, and it has 1 gram of sugar. And the criteria when I was shopping at Walmart yesterday was to try to find products that had less than 5 grams of sugar in them. Again, as a bandster, I'm not sure sugar is going to be a problem for me, but I know it's a personal weakness. So I need to find ways to get that flavor without actually eating sugar. And I think that's ultimately going to be helpful for weight loss. Again, some of these products don't have a whole lot of protein, but they're just ways you can supplement protein. Coconut milk. So they make a lot of jarred Indian sauces now, and some of them are good and some of them aren't very good. So as I experiment with cooking along the way, again, I'm not doing any of that right now, but later on I'll try to give you some updates. Also, to tell you about recipes, there's this website called Bariatric Foodie, and I mentioned Pam in my last video. Pam's the leader of our support group. She's friends online, and maybe even in person, with Jen and Nikki that run Bariatric Foodie. They have so many recipes out there. Savory recipes, meat recipes, desserts, so many shake recipes. If you need variety with protein shakes, that is the best place to go looking because they have just a ton of information. So to that end, that's why I'm experimenting with bringing these things to the house, just so I can be ready when I can actually start trying. It might be weeks before I get to try any of these things. Of course, everybody knows sugar-free Jell-O, right? Those are condiment type things. Now we're kind of getting into like actual food items. Quaker Instant Oatmeal has a lower sugar maple and brown sugar product, and it has 4 grams of sugar in a packet, but also 4 grams of protein. And if you use a half a cup of milk, that's 4 more grams of protein. So in a bowl of oatmeal, you're getting 8 grams of protein. And this is my favorite kind, maple and brown sugar. This is the only low sugar kind they had at Walmart. So maybe at other groceries they'll have different varieties. They're probably testing it to see how it sells. But so I got that and brought it home. Cream soups are a big part of the 4th stage. The cream of broccoli I brought home because it has 4 sugars but 3 proteins in this container. This is the soup at hand kind. And I tried to find a tomato soup in the soup at hand, but they all had at least 8 grams of sugar, and I just am really trying to cut back on the sugar. So this one is broccoli cheese soup in the can, 98% fat-free, and it has 2 grams of protein in half a cup, and sugar is 3 grams. So that's not bad. That's almost as good as the cream of broccoli. Cream of mushroom, I'm reading you labels, are you bored yet? 2 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar, just exactly like the broccoli cheese. And I don't know, cream of celery might be something I would cook with rather than eat, but I might try it. It only has 1 gram of protein, but 1 gram of sugar. So, that's soups. Pumpkin was a big surprise to me. I love pumpkin, anything. And this is not the pumpkin pie filling, this is actually just packed pumpkin. It has 2 grams of protein in a half a cup and only 4 grams of sugar. There's a lot you can do with this. You can even mix it, if it's smooth enough, into a shake. So this is a good one. I'm going to try to be creative with this with maybe some vanilla shake mix and, you know, see if I can come up with something. Also, when you get to the point where you're making desserts, I have a dessert to tell you about. On Bariatric Foodie, I did a trifle to take to this Christmas party last night, and I made a Pillsbury sugar-free devil's food cake mix, and in the mix were 3 eggs and a half a cup of oil. Some people substitute applesauce for the oil to get the calories down. I didn't do that because it's my first time trying it. The directions were to bake the cake, cube it up, and then stack a layer of cake, and then the next layer is the filling, and that filling consisted of 3 boxes of sugar-free pudding, not mixed, just the mix itself. No milk, in other words, just the powder. A 16-ounce carton of Greek yogurt, Oikos brand, I think is the name. And that's the one you can find at most of the stores now. And what else? A tub of sugar-free Cool Whip. And you mix all that up, and you stick that on top of the cake cubes, and then you put another tub of sugar-free Cool Whip and some nuts, pecans or walnuts. And I did a double stack layer of that. I will get it and show you how it looks. It's kind of looking like a disaster right now because we ate it last night. I mean, I didn't eat it, other people did. But everyone was really saying it was so good. And this is on Bariatric Foodie. It's called Jen's Chocolate Trifle. Let me get it. So, look at this. It's a big mess, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. That does not look like a diet recipe, does it? So I plugged all the numbers for all those ingredients into a calculator online, a calorie calculator, and it came up with 120 calories per serving, which is like a half cup serving, and it had, let me see, 5 grams of fat in the whole thing, which is probably from the oil in the cake mix. So if you go with applesauce, it won't even be that much. And it had 3.5 grams of protein and less than 1 gram of sugar in a half cup of serving of that. I mean, I know it looks like a train wreck now, but it looked really delicious. My husband ate a bunch of it last night, and he said it was really good. So that's a good one. I am going to keep hold of that recipe. So anyway, speaking of applesauce, I looked, and Musselman's makes a no sugar added applesauce, and it tastes kind of boring. But they also make a light applesauce that's been sweetened with, guess what, Splenda. So I picked this up, and I haven't tried them yet, but again, I'll give you an update on that. And we're getting close to the end of this thing. Hang in there with me. This is something my husband swears by. It's called Trader Joe's Frying Cheese. I don't know what kind of cheese this is, but you can cube it up, put it in a skillet, and fry it with a little bit of olive oil